The last day dawns on the kingdom of Ascalon. It arrives with no fanfare, no tolling of alarms. Those who will remember will speak fondly of the warm morning breeze. People carry on with their daily lives, unaware that in a short while, everything they have ever known will come to an end.
Scribe,
Yes, my lord.
these Char are relentless, but we shall hold the wall at all costs.
Yes, my lord.
Take this message to Sir Titus. Go forth and recruit the strongest, the smartest. Bring to me the bravest in all of Ascalon. Find me the heroes who will lead our kingdom to glory.
As you command, my king.
Hey, it's Murph, better known as Bad Wizard. And today, I'm going to be playing Guild Wars, the 2005 online RPG with a strong focus on character customization. I've decided to play the Elementalist because this is a blind playthrough. I've never played this game before, at least not all the way to the end. Certainly haven't ever made it out of this starting area into the wider world. So hopefully we'll be able to do that in this series. Now I am an avid Guild Wars 2 player, have been for many years, and I'm going to be keeping a special eye out for any familiar locations from Guild Wars 2. And also trying to see what kind of similarities there are between the original and the sequel. Now, I do main an Elementalist in Guild Wars 2, so that's another fun bit of crossover for me. Now, I believe as our secondary profession I'll be picking up Mesmer, but that's just because I think Mesmers are really cool. In fact, I think they're like one of the coolest things Guild Wars has going for it. But enough rambling, let's get into the story. Excuse me, you're a bad wizard, aren't you? I think Sir Titus was looking for you. He said he has some good news for you. Well, you know, I like good news. Hey, did you just say I'm a bad wizard? How dare you? Huh. How rude of that guy. Well, anyway. So, yeah, one thing I really like about this game is that I can click on something and whoa, my character will go over. I don't have to hold down W. I don't have to auto run and stop auto running. Oh, he's just gonna walk over and he's gonna talk to him for me. Amazing. Oh, how great. This game kind of takes the best parts of CRPGs like Pathfinder or Baldur's Gate and the best parts of MMOs. Oh, here we go already. I'm gonna start talking about whether or not Guild Wars is an MMORPG. Okay, it's not. I'm gonna settle it right here, right now, before we go any further. I'm not playing an MMORPG. There is nothing massive about this game in terms of having a lot of players on screen. Anyway, let's keep going. There you are, my friend. I'm glad you're here. I have news that I think you'll appreciate. Experience. I've been looking for you everywhere, a bad wizard. The king has ordered an offensive against the Char. This is your chance for glory and adventure, but you'll need to know more about your craft before going north of the wall. Tell you what, travel to the southwest gate, which will take you to Lakeside County. I'll have Howland, the elementalist, waiting for you outside. He can show you a trick or two. Okay, first of all, they're spells, not tricks. Titus, I know you're a big dumb warrior type, but get it right. Now, I am going to try and do all of the story. Oh, let's go over here. I don't think I've ever walked across this bridge. Whoa, first time. Whew. So, yeah. My goals for this playthrough, I'm going to try and play through the whole story. Try and get the whole story. The whole story of Guild Wars. And I'm also going to try and see all the zones. I don't know if there's, like, you know, endgame zones or what, but I want to see those, especially if they are referenced in Guild Wars 2. A group of bandits has been terrorizing Lakeside recently. They've grown so bold that they ambushed a royal tax collector and stole a chest full of gold. That gold is vital to our war effort against the Char and must be recovered. You look like you could give those bandits a good thrashing. Will you recover the stolen chest and return it to Devona in Ashford for me? You can count on me. I'll give him a good thrashing. By thrashing you mean I'll blow him up. Magic. Seems a bit more deadly than your average thrashing, but what do I know? I'm just a wizard. Now, this game doesn't show you where the quests are on the minimap. Very interesting design decision. I guess it's trying to encourage a little bit of exploration. Oh, there's another quest. Trying to encourage a little bit of exploration. But I hate missing quests. You know, there's one thing if I choose not to do them, but I hate just missing them. You know, not knowing they're there, never even picking them up. Alas, I am behind on my rent, and my landlord, Gelson, has run out of patience with me. There's a story we've all heard before. I fear I will be put out of my home. I'll understand if you'll not help our Crichton. Our nations were at war for a long time. But I'm not your enemy, and I could really use some assistance. My friend Miller Upton lives to the southwest. I know he'll help me if I can get a message to him. If you're going that way, could you please tell him of my plight? Certainly. How could I refuse? I would say this isn't my problem and walk away. I don't... Do you guys want me to do voices? I mean, does it add anything to the Let's Play if I voice all the NPCs? I am going to try and do all the quests that I can find. So maybe I will do the voices. I don't know. That guy being behind on his rent, that's something I can definitely appreciate. Here we go, out into the world. No more other players, just me in here. Just me in this whole big, beautiful world all to myself. Yeah. That's what I'm telling the audience. Tooltip. Keep it down. Hey, look at them. Hey, it's Howland. Are you the one Sir Titus wished me to instruct? Good. Listen closely. An elementalist manipulates the power of air, earth, fire, and water. Some choose to specialize in a single element, others learn to control more than one. This choice can vastly alter one's abilities, since each element has its own strengths and weaknesses. That's enough of a lecture. The rest of your lesson will be hands-on. So I find that interesting, because in Guild Wars 2, you're pretty much forced to use at least two elements. Like, as a power elementalist in Guild Wars 2, I mostly hang out in fire and air. I'm very specialized. But this one says you can specialize in a single element, which sounds like it would be kind of cool. I might try to do that. I might try to be a fire elementalist or an air elementalist. I don't have time for chit-chat. Your assignment is this. Go down to the river and kill a scale. You should find a small horde of them, since they hunt there this time of day. Collect a shimmering scale and bring it to me. Go now. Oh, I get Aura of Restoration and Flare. Ooh. You can count me in, Howland. I think when I ask someone to do something for me from now on, I'm going to say, go now. Go now and complete this task. Go now and destroy a scale. Oh, yeah. Fire wand, that's cool. Did I already find a better weapon? Oh god, I'm sure if any of you watching this, and I'm sure many of you are Guild Wars pros. And, I'm gonna make a lot of newbie mistakes. Like, I'm sure Elementalist Mesmer is probably not an optimal combination. I'm sure, you know, playing Elementalist isn't even optimal or whatever, you know. I don't care about that. I'm trying my best not to care about the meta or any of that and not look up, spend hours and hours on the wiki. But this is 3 to 5. Now, damage plus 20%. Is that plus 20% damage for my weapon attacks? Or while I'm wielding this, do I... Sorry, I was getting a little distracted there. Or is that all my spells? I'm gonna try to use this bow, because it seems like it just does more damage. 3 to 5, 5 to 7. So I don't know why I wouldn't use the bow. But I would like to turn off this silly-looking third eye. Always, yeah, there we go. There we go. All right. Now I can get a little more immersed without having that silly thing. Hopefully we'll be able to get a hat at some point. You know, every wizard needs a hat. It is, or at least a hood. It's a little weird to be bareheaded when you're a spellcaster. All right. See the thread. Here you go, buddy. Oh, yeah, look how much damage that is. People in the comments just saying, Bow Elementalist. Bow Elementalist. If you're outraged by Bow Elementalist, go ahead and like and subscribe. Oh, I really didn't want to ask for that, but it's a part of YouTube, isn't it? You have to ask for like and subscribe. Otherwise, how will you ever succeed? You can't just make quality content. Howland is outraged, I'm sure, more than anyone else. He's like, is that a bow? You're dropped off of a scale? Yes, Howland, it is. You haven't taught me any spells yet, so I've had to fend for myself. I'm making all these jokes, but maybe Bow Elementalist is going to end up being, like, the meta choice. We'll see. By bringing back this scale, you've shown me you have enough competence to be trained in a few skills. I'll go back to the city and tell Sir Titus you do indeed have some potential. Haverstan will be here shortly to supervise your further development. Cool. Ah, there he is. Hi, Haverstan. You gonna teach me how to use a bow? So you're the Elementalist, Sir Titus. I gotta wait for him to walk over there before I'll be able to keep his dialogue window open long enough to read it. Come on, Haverstan. Come on, there we go. You're the Elementalist Sir Titus was telling me about, aren't you? Well, I imagine he's right that you've got potential, but potential won't save you from a firestorm. Experience will. I suggest you head southwest to Ashford and talk to Devona. She's bound to have a task or two for you. Thank you. I'll take your advice. Now... Yeah, so, okay. Boom. So we could do that pretty easily. But... I think... if I just walk over here... Oh, wait. That'd be Mesmer, right? Elementalist Mesmer or Elementalist Monk? Well, I'll tell you what. We'll do this quest. We'll run down to Ashford. I'm sure there's going to be people in the comments as well telling me, you're missing all this, is the whole area is in Guild Wars 2 and you aren't. Come on. Actually, those waterfalls look kind of familiar. Yeah, I really like right-clicking as if I am playing Disco Elysium or Baldur's Gate. Oh, I guess it's left-clicking then. You have these other NPCs wandering around. Do they have dialogue? Oh, they do. Oh, nice. Now, is that scale going to attack him? No? Is it going to attack me? He's not aggressive? Okay, so red enemies may not always attack you? Because to me, a red nameplate means the enemy will attack you. Especially with this circle on the screen. I assume that's my, like, aggro radius or something. Now, in 2005, when this game came out, I was playing World of Warcraft. And, yeah, having a great time. But I kind of always missed out on the original Guild Wars. You know, having to pay a subscription versus having to buy a box. You know, the Guild Wars players were saving a lot of money. I was always very jealous of that. But I could see people in the open world and have them steal my mobs and minerals and crafting materials. Yes. That was... I don't know. I guess... Why am I comparing this to WoW? I already went on the MMO rant. We'll talk to Devon, who is the lady from the box art, I think. I mean... I don't know, is she? She looks like it. She could be, maybe. Anyway, I don't know. Oh god, I'm not gonna do a voice for her, because she has dignity as a cat. I'm not, especially not gonna try and do a female voice for her, because, again, dignity. I'm glad you've come. I can't seem to shake the feeling that there's trouble on the horizon, and I'd be glad to have your help if and when it arrives. In the meantime, there are plenty of people here who need assistance with one thing or another, and I'm sure you'll find the lessons you learn here will be invaluable in the future. I've heard talk among the townsfolk of unsettling rumors come from Mirak, the scribe. Instead of babbling to random strangers, he ought to send word to the authorities if he come across something truly important, but I'm sure he's too engrossed in his books to think of anything practical like that. My duties in town keep me from looking to these matter myself, but if you could go to Ashford Abbey to the north and ask him about it, I'd appreciate it. Why not? I am an adventurer. This is what I do. Picnic. Oh, boy. Nice. Fancy footwork there. Ugh, these worms, they'll be the death of me. They've driven off all my farm. Oh god, I would like to apologize to all my friends across the pond for that. I promise you, it will happen again, and I'll apologize again. But know that I consider the European English accents beautiful. As an American, they're great. But the ach is a very... You almost need to do a Scottish accent after someone says ach, don't you? The worms will be the death of me. They've driven me off me farm. Doesn't matter how many I kill as long as there's a queen worm, they'll be back again the next day. Here's what I'm thinking. Worms do love devour eggs, right? Can you get me a devour egg from Fadden Hathorn for me? What a name. Is that a person or a place? I'll use it to lure the queen into the open. Then you can squash her like the bug she is. Yeah, I can handle a few worms. Again, I'd like to apologize for my attempt at the Scottish accent. The worm problem. Here we go. The worm problem. I'll do this quest, and then that'll be the video. Yeah. So, how far away is this? Not too bad. I'm sure there's going to be more quests here, and I'll grab them, you know. I'll grab them next time. But for now, let's go deal with this worm problem. I think this sounds pretty easy, and it's not just, you know, can you go get me this thing from this person? You know, it's not a fetch quest. I'm actually going to, this way? I'm actually going to go and fight some things and use some skills, which is what everybody's here for, right? You're not here to hear me do voices and talk about 2005. At least I hope you're not. If you are, well, thank you very much. You're a man of strange tastes. A person of strange tastes. Yeah, I'm gonna get canceled in the first video for gendering things. Beautiful area. I mean, this has got to be one of the best areas I think I've ever encountered in an area. And I say that like fully meaning games that have come out in 2023 do not have areas this beautiful, especially not starting areas. The colors are just so great rather than their usual just yellows and greens of, you know, typical MMO starting meadows. This is really nice. And it holds up very well. It's got style. It's got style. I like the graphics in this game, dare I say. It's Duke Gaban. Oh, there's Fadden Hathorn. It is a person. You there! You look like a sturdy elementalist. I've tasked my man Fadden here with retrieving devour eggs for me and from the cave over yonder. However, he appears unmanned now yonder like the Ach earlier. That is one that sends me to the southern U.S. However, he appears unmanned by the devourers, afraid of being eaten by or some rot like that. I need a brave soul who can keep devoured away from fat and mild. Do the job for what has ever been paid. Alright, I got most of that. I think I can protect him. I'm not apologizing to you Southerners. You know, you talk like... I find your accent just hilarious. Okay, oh, I should have read what my skills do. Aura of Restoration, 60 seconds. Put that on. Get healed? Whoa. 200% of the energy comes every time I cast a spell. Wow. Good lord, I hope the volume is mixed. I hope you can hear me over this flash devourer. You know what, just to be safe, and because I don't want to re-record the whole last however long it's been, I'm gonna go into the sound. I'm gonna lower it. Oh, it's at maximum. Unacceptable. Okay. Oh, you know, I don't know how long it's been, but I think this might be a good place to split the video. You want to catch me in the next installment for me to go in and get these eggs from this cave? Fad, get back in. Fad, what are you... Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Oh, I'll see you people next time.